Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, breaking news. FBI agents investigate an attack at Flint's Bishop International Airport. An airport police officer stabbed. The FBI searching for a motive. Could this be terrorism in Michigan? Good afternoon. It has been a chaotic afternoon at Flint's Airport. The attack happened this morning, and the airport remains closed until further notice. NBC is reporting the suspect shouted Allahu Akbar before stabbing an airport officer. But the FBI is saying it's too early to say what that motive is. Steve Garagiola is working this story, waiting for an update from the FBI. He joins us now live outside of the airport grounds with the very latest. Steve.
Well, Karen, we're about 6 hours post this incident, and the information that we have is really very little. The FBI is the lead agency, and they really are keeping a tight lid on information, although we are expecting a briefing within the hour. Let's start with the important information. Number one on the list is the officer. He is Lieutenant Jeff Neville. He is retired from the Genesee County Sheriff's Department. He's been with the airport police for about 14 years. He was stabbed in the neck. He was taken to the hospital, first listed in critical condition. We understand, though, he has been upgraded now to stable condition, so he is going to be okay, so that's very good news. Now, let me share some video from the scene and try to outline for you what happened here this morning. The attack happened at about 9:30. From what we understand, it was up on the second level near the escalators. NBC News is reporting the suspect is from Quebec and was carrying a Canadian passport. He is in FBI custody, and the FBI is questioning him. There is lots of speculation, and there have been rumors about him shouting and what he may have been shouting as he attacked the officer. Again, at this point, that is only speculation and rumor, so I'm not going to take you down that road. We will wait for some confirmation from the FBI on that. The FBI has said only they believe this was an isolated incident, and the airport does remain closed. So we are expecting a briefing. They told us between 4:30 and 5 as the FBI puts their information together. Bottom line on this, the three elements: the officer remains hospitalized, but it looks like he is going to be okay. The suspect is in custody being questioned, and the airport remains closed. So as soon as we get that update from the FBI, we will of course have more information for you at 5 o'clock. Reporting live in Flint, I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
All right, and if that information becomes available before then, we'll check back with you as well. Thank you, Steve. Local 4 defenders are working this story at this hour. We spoke to Andy Arena, the former FBI chief in Detroit. He told us what the FBI will be focusing on in its investigation.
They're going to go back, they're going to look at his online activity and his email and his social media, and I think they'll paint a picture. It could be mental illness, but something pushed this guy. So if you look at the extremist message, if you look at how they radicalize and operationalize people, I mean, it doesn't take a pressure cooker bomb anymore. It doesn't take explosive or an AK-47. You can use a vehicle, you can use a knife, whatever is in your possession, within your reach, that's a potential weapon. And how do you defend against that?
Our coverage of the Bishop International Airport attack in Flint continues tonight at 5 with a look at the local response following this attack. Then at 6, Detroit's Police Chief James Craig is our live guest to talk about how officers train to respond to situations like this. And you can always get updates online at clickondetroit.com. A busy news day. Sky 4 is live over breaking news in Sterling Heights right now. Take a look at your screen. You'll see a car and a minivan involved in a very bad crash near the intersection of Utica and Hayes. We know one person is in critical condition, 2 others have serious injuries, and 2 people have minor injuries. The intersection is shut down while police investigate. As soon as we learn more, we will pass it along to you. And we continue to follow breaking news from Detroit's east side, and that's where police and the FBI continue digging behind a home on Dickerson Avenue near Waveney in a search for the bodies of 2 missing people. Police say the missing persons cases are not connected, but both are from 2016. The cases do not involve children. Officials say the house is vacant, owned by the Detroit Land Bank, which gave them permission to do this search. Of course, we are following this story step by step, and we'll keep you posted on any breaking developments. Also breaking, the female genital mutilation scandal widens. 2 women were charged today as the nation's first mutilation case grew to include alleged minor victims from Michigan. In all, the new indictment filed in federal court alleges 6 girls were mutilated. The alleged victims include 2 previously disclosed 7-year-olds from Minnesota and 4 girls from Michigan, ages 8 to 12. Prosecutors have said the conspiracy could involve as many as 100 victims. Emotions ran high in Detroit today. This was the scene as dozens gathered to protest plans to deport more than 100 immigrants. This is video from this morning's protest. Many of the men being detained by ICE are Chaldean and Muslim. Deportation is of particular concern for Iraqi Christians who are targets of violence and persecution in the Muslim-majority nation. This afternoon, a hearing took place regarding a class action lawsuit filed by the ACLU on behalf of the detainees. They are looking to slow down the deportation process, citing the Convention Against Torture, which says it is illegal to deport someone to a homeland where there is a possibility of torture or death. An attorney for the federal government says it is the wrong court to take up that question. They believe it is the immigration court's jurisdiction. They also said there will be no removals to Iraq before June 27th. The judge says he will rule as quickly as possible. Time now to talk about our weather. Hope you enjoyed it because change is coming. Here's Ben Bailey with the first forecast.
Yeah, big changes, Karen. In fact, tomorrow our severe risk is actually increased in parts of the area. We're now under a slight risk, which is Category 2. A little bit better chances in parts of the area. We'll detail that. Tomorrow morning, a wet commute, but the stronger storms are going to be in the second round in the afternoon. Still could be wet at times on Friday morning, so we'll get a little bit more specific with the timing and look at a much more comfortable weekend. All coming up in a few minutes. Karen.
First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all across America. Let's start along the Gulf Coast, where Tropical Storm Cindy is threatening several states with torrential rain and the possibility of tornadoes. This is video from the Florida Panhandle, where high winds are already knocking down fences and tossing down trees. The storm is expected to make landfall near the Louisiana-Texas state line tomorrow. 50 years ago, next month, we will mark one of the darkest periods in Detroit's history, the unrest that rocked the city for several days back in 1967. The milestone offers a chance to look back, to understand, and to look forward. Paula Tutman looks at a special project that could change how people see that time in history.
What words do you use to describe it? How do you remember the events?
Take this survey. What is your perception of the '67 riots?
I can only go by what I've read, and so I'm going to call it a riot.
How will that perception change after visiting the Detroit 67 Perspectives Project at the Detroit Historical Museum?
Words matter. And the words that reporters use to frame a news story can reveal editorial bias.
Less exhibit and more time travel. With a clever use of technology, artifacts, visuals, you become part of the time capsule.
And there's the tanks. It's showing how they came in, and you have the smoke.
And as you move through, you interact with history.
If you look now, these storefronts come to life. This is a real scene, and we hired actors to reenact, and this is all 3D animated, hand-drawn, the glass breaks.
Walking into a typical 1960s living room, your movement triggers a phone to ring. You answer. No social media in these days, just phone calls. And there's a message. There is civil unrest. Stay inside. Then you're whisked to the television sets for special reports. Learning the difference from myth and fact.
We got some touch screens here where we do some myth busting as well. A lot of people think that in '67 it was a race riot. It was not.
The time travel doesn't seek to spin, only inform.
There were whites that were on the streets looting, but you don't see those things.
And as you leave, a real-time ability to track if once you know the facts, if your perceptions have changed about what happened those 7 days in Detroit in 1967.
Pre-exhibit, 52% said they thought it was a riot. Post-exhibit, only 16%. So did this exhibit change the way you view the summer of '67? 30%.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is this is not an ending of the exhibit. It really is a starting point because it moves you to the future, 2020 and beyond. And what you can do is you can become a part of this living, breathing exhibit. You can leave a message right here. You can also send a note to Detroiters in the year 2067, and they are still taking oral histories for people who were here. So you have an opportunity to not only be moved into action to make change, but to become part of this living exhibit. Karen?
Educating yourself and getting a better perspective. All right, thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West apparently looking to expand their family, but this time will be different. Also, news from around the world. Queen Elizabeth opens Parliament today, but one member of the royal family is missing from this royal tradition. And Sandra Ali is here.
Hey there, Karen. You know, some people who don't like online shopping say it's because they can't try clothes on. Well, that is about to change, and you could also save some money as well. We're going to talk about the next shopping revolution coming up next.
Household. Well, the next time you need to buy some clothes, imagine your own bedroom as the dressing room. Sandra Ali is here with an online shopping breakthrough. This could kind of help a lot of people.
I think so. It's a whole new concept. Amazon hoping to try to shake up the clothing industry with the launch of a wardrobe subscription service. So this is called Prime Wardrobe, featuring more than 1 million fashion items. You can order your clothes online. The box of clothes will then come to your house. You have a week to decide what you want to keep, and then what you do is ship the rest back for free. It actually comes with a resealable box and a prepaid shipping label as well. So you might be wondering, how much does this cost? So first of all, when it comes to ordering the clothes, it's all at no charge. After you get that box, you only pay for the clothes that you really want to keep. And the more you keep, get this, the bigger the discount you get. So customers would get basically 10%, that's the discount, if you keep 3 or 4 items, and then 20% off if you keep 5 or more items, and so on and so on. Prime Wardrobe, by the way, still being tested out, but you can sign up to be notified when the program finally launches.
That would help a lot with like back to school clothes. You know, those basics you just need.
Absolutely. And a lot of people say they're too busy to go to the store, right? Try things on. It's time consuming. So
you can return for free.
Exactly.
Kind of fun.
No hassle.
All right, thank you, Sandra. All right, let's send it over to Ben Bailey. He is taking a look at what we can expect the next couple of hours.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful first day of summer out there, Karen. Even though we've had the clouds form, these aren't threatening. They're just cumulus clouds have formed here in the afternoon, and temperatures have been very nice, to say the least. 76 is where we're at right now. 74 in Ann Arbor, Port Huron at 73, and Monroe checking in at 72. Low humidity throughout the entire area with pretty light winds as well. So let's check out the clouds and radar, and you can see the clouds that are on top of us. There's not a whole lot to look at, but start looking west of Chicago. A couple showers out there, not going to be a problem or a threat for us. Really, we're looking at tomorrow morning for our first chance of rain. So the clouds really won't start increasing again until we get closer to that 6, 7 a.m. hour. This is mainly going to be showers. Could be a couple rumbles of thunder in there, but this is not the severe weather we're expecting tomorrow. These get out of here pretty quickly, and then we get a little bit of a break. And when you see the temperatures, you're going to be surprised what we're expecting in the afternoon. But the atmosphere is going to hold off with those second round of thunderstorms until we get into the probably early evening hours, most likely closer to about 7, 8 o'clock. We'll start seeing those thunderstorms pop. These are the ones that could be severe, with wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour and some pretty intense downpours as well. Those will be out of here by about midnight. We get another little bit of a break. And then Friday morning should be our last chance of at least wider spread showers, possibly a thunderstorm, but most of this should be rain. And you can see the coverage is not going to be all that impressive. Anything that shows up isn't going to last long. Most of Friday is going to be dry, and then we start cooling back down, get the humidity settled back down, and look forward to a pretty nice weekend ahead. 62 though tonight. Sky's mostly clear. We'll call it seasonably mild with a very light wind, but man, look at these high temperatures tomorrow. We'll start out in our metro zone rather, where we expect to see the 90s tomorrow, and you tack on the humidity. Heat index readings could be into the low and mid 90s in a couple spots. South zone anywhere between 89 and 92 in Blissfield. That'll be one of our warmer spots. But if those showers and possible thunderstorms get a little bit of an early start, that could keep those numbers down in Genesee County. Otherwise, some 90s out there towards Ann Arbor. North zone, though, by far the coolest, 70s and low 80s, some mid 80s in some spots for high temperatures tomorrow. Then as we get into the 7-day forecast, notice how things cool down considerably for the weekend. 78 on Saturday. It looks like that one's going to be completely dry. A chance of rain on Sunday, but it's a pretty slight shot, 74. Monday for the fireworks, it looks like could be some rain around, especially late, but temperatures into early next week, not looking too bad. It's just tomorrow it's going to feel and look a lot like summer. Karen?
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Still ahead, we are keeping up with the Kardashian baby news, and you might call it a smart backpack. Wait until you see what this thing can do. A royal tradition goes on as one member of the royal family heads to the hospital. We'll be right back. We do want to let you know we do have some breaking news. The Bishop International Airport in Flint has just reopened. We told you at the top of the hour that an officer at the airport was stabbed. They are still investigating that, the FBI, but the airport has just reopened. We'll have more in a minute. But first, we're going to follow some headlines that are going on around the world. Let's start in Belgium. That's where forensic police dressed in hazmat suits were searching a home after a failed terror attack. It's not clear if this was the home of the suspect in the attempted attack on the city's central train station. Belgian police say he charged at soldiers on Tuesday after his suitcase, which contained nails and gas canisters, failed to fully explode. Soldiers shot the suspect. No one else was injured. Let's move to London. Queen Elizabeth II performed her traditional duty of opening a new session of Parliament. She delivered a speech written by Prime Minister Theresa May, promising her government will work toward the best possible exit from the European Union. The Queen kept her regular schedule, even though her husband, Prince Philip, is hospitalized with an infection. Buckingham Palace called that a precautionary measure and said the prince is in good spirits. Let's talk today's trending stories. We are, I guess you could say, keeping up with the Kardashians. Many news outlets reporting Kim Kardashian and husband Kanye West have hired a surrogate to have their third child. Kardashian has publicly talked about doctors warning her not to get pregnant again because of health concerns, but she's also said she wants a big family. The couple has 2 children. Right now, they are not commenting about this report. Take a look at this backpack. You could say it's the backpack of the future. It's not just plaid. That fabric is actually something that you can program to share information about yourself. So take a look at the video. Someone can point their phone at your backpack, and then whatever you decided to program onto the fabric can be shared. Things like Facebook page or video. Then you know more about each other and can send messages. Right now, these are just prototypes, but they could hit the market in about 18 months. Well, during the summer heat, ice cream is the perfect treat, and you can help someone you love and admire win free ice cream this year. Hudsonville Ice Cream is sponsoring a Random Acts of Ice Cream campaign. You can go online and nominate someone you admire, someone who does nice things, and they could win some ice cream. I'd nominate you, Ben.
Would you?
I would. You're a pretty nice guy. Winners will be chosen at random and surprised at home or work or somewhere else with a gift of ice cream. So, of course, Hudsonville dropped off some samples today, and you can help check them out for me.
Can I make a suggestion here?
Yes.
I have never tried Tiger Tracks.
Really?
So I think I may get into this before.
Okay, that one's here, and they were so nice to bring the that one over there, the cherry fudge. Ooh. That one's over there. That's my favorite. And they also have the peanut butter cheesecake. This is Grand Traverse Bay cherry fudge. And they also have orange cream swirl. And basically, they're going to be picking about 5 winners a week, but they might give more to deserving candidates. So I'll eat while you talk about how something.
Oh, you want me to talk?
I'm eating right now.
Okay, that's fine. You can find more information and a link to the nominating form at clickondetroit.com.
Black cherry is to die for.
Good stuff.
It's my favorite. Okay, try the Tiger Tracks real quick.
You eat. I eat.
You eat? You can give me the review? Mm-hmm. While he's eating, we'll be back with an update to our top breaking stories. It has been a very busy news day. Stay with us.
There are so many products out there claiming they can keep annoying bugs away.
But are they safe and do they work?
Now Help Me Hank and Dr. Frank McGeorge teaming up and revealing what you need to know to keep your family safe and keep the bugs away. Tonight at 11.
Right now, it's a